Hi there everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of PvP Talk. To most of my viewers at this point, I think this build is pretty familiar already, but yeah, this is my invader build. I use all kinds of invader shenanigans, hidden body and obscuring ring, hornet ring, everything like hawk ring to shoot from the distance and everything. Only thing that is really different this time is that I took my weapons to +6 because I want to match up with more people. And I also am using the large club, so that should be interesting, getting some riposte damage in there. On today's episode we're going to take over Anor Londo, Aldrich's territory, so let's see how that goes. I haven't done a lot of invasions here before, so I was pretty excited for it. It's a little hectic area, a lot of stuff happening in here. So here I go for the backstab, and my controller lets everyone know that it's there. Blim blom! And didn't quite kill the sound bro. Here I managed to riposte the other sound bro, the mushroom head one, and he dies. Off to a very good start, but nope. At this point of the game you can die so fast if you get stun locked by two people. Too bad, too bad. Off to another invasion. Here I see on the distance that there are two people already fighting, so I gotta make my way quickly there. Use my hidden body. But I gotta say that having some riposte damage is really nice because I've been struggling with my weapons to do any riposte damage due to this point. The host is fighting the Aldrich Faithful in there, and oh shit, this was actually I usually leave out the clips where the host actually disconnects because who wants to see this shit? It's not interesting at all. And a lot on this area, actually, a lot of people also just challenged the boss before I could get to them. So those clips are also edited out. Every other clip is still included on this PvP Talk episodes. Nothing is cut out except the, well, fights that are non-fights. Like hosts disconnecting in the middle of the fight, or hosts just running to the boss fog door before I can even see them. So yeah, I don't think anyone actually wants to see that kind of fights on this video, so I just got those off. But yeah, how about the DLC, guys? How about that DLC, The Ashes of Ariandel? That's pretty hype, that's pretty hype. Finally we got some news. So we have, what, 2 months until the DLC drops, right? Yeah, roughly 2 months, I think. October 25th is the date for the DLC, and I couldn't be more excited about it. Initially I wanted the DLC to take place on some area that we haven't actually heard about, but at this point it would highly suggest that it's going to be set on Painted World of Ariamis, but don't take my word on it, it's just speculation, but there's a lot of things hinting at it at this point. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for the lore this time as well on the DLC. I'm pretty excited for that. There I get the parry, but I freaking forgot to switch to the large club. Large club. Oh my goodness. Large club in there. And I just get fucked to the corner. Oh, sorry, that was my phone. Sorry about that. But yeah, you can see that I'm not used to switching to my switching my weapons to riposte, and I kind of fuck it up a couple of times on these invasions, but it's no biggie. It's no biggie. The damage is fine if I get only R1s to sink as well, so it's okay. But the riposte damage on large club is it's pretty damn high. So yeah, finally I'm doing some damage, and it also weirdly fits my build's look because. My goodness. Just a second, I will take my phone away. Okay, you didn't miss much. Well, actually you saw everything. This is a little bit different invasion, or weird invasion, because this is a lone host. But for some reason he looks like a sun bro, and these weird effects of the Aldrich fights just keep on appearing on the screen, and it's so weird. I think there is something weird going on when invading on this area, because something weird also happens in the end of this fight. Oh my goodness, Juutas, try English! At the end of this invasion session, something weird happens. And you can also see another health bar in there, but maybe the stars just aligned perfectly in this invasion. You see what I mean? Like, at the end of this invasion. But yeah, at the end of this invasion session, also something really weird happens. So maybe there's something wrong with the matchmaking on this particular area, because so many weird things happen at this area when invading. So, but yeah, here the host, I guess it's the host. I don't really know at this point, because weirdness. He escapes the slimes, and look at that effect, that Aldrich effect. Like, what? What is happening? But yeah, I get a nice 1v1 in here. 1v1 fights are, or used to be, pretty rare. I don't know if they have done something with the patch, but I have gotten a ton of 1v1 fights when invading lately. Like, almost 50% of 1v1s and 50% of co-op players. So I don't know if they changed something or I just got really lucky. But it used to be a lot higher amount of co-op players out there. But yeah, here the trade parry actually finishes him off. But look at this. That was the host. What? Did stars just align perfectly so the host died at the same time as the Sunbro, or was that the host? But what was the other health bar then? This makes no freaking sense. Like, someone explain that to me, please, because I don't know what happened in there. Anyways, this invasion is pretty fun. I really like this one. It changes form pretty much during the invasion. A lot of stuff happens. These guys try to kind of bait me in there to flank me. And they are pretty playing pretty wisely for the most of the time of this invasion. I liked it. But there are unfortunate lag issues on this invasion, but it's kind of like, whatever, it happens. So here I was almost freaking dead. They got good R1 hits in there for me. Here are my missile troops activate. So I'm in a pretty good spot in here. But yeah, talking about more about the DLC. I also released a video where I analyze it a bit. I don't know how good analysis that video was, but yeah, I took a little bit more humorous take on that analysis for once, because I like to do humor stuff as well sometimes. But yeah, if you haven't checked that video out, if you are interested of what I think about the DLC so far, and what I hope the DLC would include, I will include the link to the description, if you missed that video, if you want to watch that. And I would also be very interested to hear what you would want from the DLC. Do you want more lore, more weapons, more old armor sets or weapons to make a comeback, or would you prefer like new ones instead? What kind of poses do you want to see? All that stuff. I'm very interested to like hear you guys' opinions about all of these things. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that this time the DLCs are actually divided to two. I don't know even why that is, but I just like that there is two different separate ones. This is probably gonna mean that the DLCs are gonna have less content, unfortunately, but I think it creates this nice continuity that the game keeps itself alive longer when there is two DLCs, and there is like something to wait for. Because, as we know, Dark Souls 3 is probably going to be the last Souls game for a while at least. So, yeah, it's nice to have those two DLCs to see what happens. And I'm very interested on the lore this time, as I said. I'm very interested to see what is the story, and do we actually meet Velka and some other characters. Like, so many possibilities. It might be nothing, it might not even relate to Painted World of Ariamis. But if it does, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Even though I initially wanted it to be a brand new thing, not connected to Dark Souls 1 or 2 in any way, but hey, I take this. Maybe the third DLC, or second DLC, will give us something totally new. I would actually like an island or something like that. Like a separate island with... You know what? Actually, I don't know how well this would fit the kind of a Souls atmosphere, but something a little bit tropical could work if done with a good sense. Not like super bright colors and... Yeah, by the way here, nice, he falls flat and I get to finish him off. Nice, nice, nice. And here I actually get to hunt the host. The hunt is on, babe. But yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, the island. I think From Software are so talented on their artistic vision, when it comes to their art direction, is that they could make like this tropical island work, so it would still be dark, but kinda like fresh for the Souls universe. And I would like to see something like that in the last DLC, I think. Kind of to contrast the winter, very cold and dark environment of the first DLC, the Ashes of Ariandel. But yeah, here, as you probably noticed, this host is lagging like a motherfucker. Nothing works. So I'm kinda puzzled what to do here. So I go for the trades a little bit, even though I think my great club cannot even, or large club even, cannot challenge the goddamn dark sword. It might be like I wonder how high you can have a weapon at this point. I don't really know about that. But yeah, I'd rather use all my tools. But my spear really isn't doing any damage, like not at all. Like 83, that is nothing. But that's where you can actually see armor making a difference at this level. Like heavy armored guys take like under 100 usually. Here, look at that. Because the laggy visuals, I didn't know if he got parried, so I hesitated to change to the large club and failed the goddamn riposte. It could have ended there and then. I don't know how much health this guy has, but I could have maybe one-shotted him. I don't know. But yeah, oh, the connection has gone to hell at this point. Nothing, you cannot really trust anything on the screen at the moment. But I'm still able to sneak pretty well. Pretty good hits in there. Got him loithed up, real nicely, looped up, ready to die. And here he starts trading like mad. And look at that magic pixel in there. Look at that magic pixel, guys. Look at that. And I try to roll and do the, you know, you can do it with the composite bow. You can roll and then launch the shot. But I don't have stamina for some reason. The shot just doesn't come out. And look here. I hit him. I clearly hit him in the freaking head. And he doesn't die. Oh my god. I have to say, that made me a bit sour. That made me a bit sour, guys. Like, that is the only invasion in this session that made me a little bit salty. I must admit that. I was so close to taking it after battling the Sunbro and the host and the lag. And I was so ready. I was ready to take that medal. I was ready to take that tongue. But no dice. No dice. Sometimes you just cannot squeeze that freaking magic pixel out for the life of you. But yeah, it happens. It happens. This is another pretty interesting one. I fight this Sunbro on this very narrow pathway here, which changes the dynamic of the fight pretty interestingly. And for some reason the host and the other Phantom are not really interested on me at the moment. Or interested about me. Here I try to outspace him with my spear, which works pretty nicely. I'm just waiting for him to use the roll attack. You know me, I love parrying those. So I know he will get impatient at some point and try to roll in, and there it comes. And finally, I actually was prepared to switch to the large club on time. Weirdly low damage, so I don't know what level these guys are, but yeah, that wasn't really too high damage from Haunt Riposte large club for some reason. Here, as you can see, he switched to the Nipple shield, and he's ready for the revenge parry. He wants that so bad, but I'm not gonna give it to him. He gets stuck on the freaking stairway, and I just kick him because I got my fireball squad behind him. So I got no hurries here. He can go through me, and the host dies to the enemies. Patience! That was nice. And off to another invasion. So in this area, things that I like to check for the starters is that, is the large gate open? Like here you see the large gate is closed, so I know that the host has only one way in here, and that is this little doorway here. So you see me like waiting here for a while, just waiting for him to come, or her, and it would be good place to ambush people. I have ambushed some people from here before, a couple of times, but on this session I couldn't really, like, I didn't wait long enough. If I would have waited long enough, they would have eventually had to come through here. There is no other way in here if the gate is not open. But I didn't want to make this boring just for the sake of the PvP talk session, so I just eventually, after waiting a while, I proceeded here. Because a lot of hosts, when they see that they get invaded, unfortunately they are too scared to move through the level, which just has been like problem in all the Souls games to a certain extent. But that's just something you cannot really control. How can you prevent that happening? If the host doesn't like try to clear the level, it's like out of your hands, basically. But here I see that he's hanging around the bonfires, so I want to toy around with him a little bit. He's sitting down, takes the arrow to the back. He cannot see me at this point because I have the obscuring ring and even the hidden body on, so even if I would be on the visibility range of the obscuring ring, I don't think he would still see me because of the hidden body too well. But I think I'm far enough, and since I have the hawk ring on this build, I can fire accurate shots from really far away. But yeah, I just have to make my way to the host now, not waste any more time, because I see that he's not gonna move there and he's just spinning around dodging the arrows, so why make it any longer than it has to be? I wonder if he sees me in here. I think he does, yeah. But yeah, here the fight kinda becomes a 1v1. As you see, this is like the second 1v1 fight in this session already. So these are not like... It's weird that people say that they don't get any 1v1s really. Because even though they are more rare than co-op players, I get this pretty damn often. Like, pretty damn often actually. So I don't know what if something has changed or something, but I really get a lot of 1v1s these days. Lone hosts are not a rarity anymore. Of course I get my larger share of co-op players, and see there, I hesitated! I freaking hesitated to switch to large club. God damn it, Juutas. I'm so bad. But yeah, this fight is actually a pretty long one. I think it's the longest one on this session. Because you know, when healing on 1v1 duels, it can take a while to finish the fight off. Because you gotta exhaust the host's Estus as well, and manage your own. He's rolling with the doing multiple rolls, which is actually nice because it makes him harder to parry, because he likes his roll attacks a lot. So he mixes up his roll amounts before he pokes. And here I think I'm forced to heal here, yeah. Here he was so close on getting that backstab, but I just got time to turn around to hit him in the face. And here he gets a backstab. I was sure I'm dead, but what happened with the damage? Like, he did so little damage with that backstab. I don't really know what the hell was that on about. Well, yeah, he doesn't have hornet rings, so that might explain it, but yeah, that was still pretty bonky. That poke was so close as well. Able to catch his roll again. I'm not the most experienced player with the large weapons, I must admit, but I see the potential in them, and I should probably play with the large club a little bit more to see if I want to make like a dueling build that has a slow weapon as well. I know slow weapons are kind of shit on in every Souls game, but it happens. And here I got the time to change the weapon finally, but this is not able to finish him off. So I tried to Lloyd Sim. I don't know if I succeed in it. Nope, I didn't. Some nice damage with the arrows. And I think this is enough. Boom, yeah. That finishes him off. Not a bad fight, actually pretty good, but not something I actually look on invasions, as I've said. This area is actually pretty fun for invasions, but not the best. Like, it's very active on this level, I must say. Like, level 53, so active. You get like constant invasions, like boom, 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 boom. Constant invasions without any waiting, like all the time. But on the other hand, you get a lot of hosts that just run to the boss and you cannot stop them. And there is not a lot of lay of the land that you can use to your advantage. There is some, but not really comparable to something like Cathedral of the Deep, that is just freaking amazing invasion area. I freaking love that area. If you haven't done Cathedral of the Deep invasions, please do. Those are so freaking fun. You have so many opportunities to hide and surprise the host and like just get them over the fall of the ledge and stuff like this. It's filled with that kind of things, and I think that area is like made for invasions. I think it's made for them. One of the best like level designs, by the way, of all the Souls games, in my opinion. One of the strongest ones, no doubt about that. This invasion, not a lot to say about this. Not a lot to say about it. Got roll catched. Yeah, sometimes you just get fucked and there's nothing you can actually say about it. You just get fucked. And here, I think, yep, this actually proves what I said before pretty nicely about the thing that lone hosts are actually not that rare anymore. Because if I remember correctly, this guy is actually alone as well. So that would make the third lone host in this session alone. And it wasn't even a long session. So essentially there has been a lot of lone hosts in this session, and I've been getting them a lot more lately. So either they changed something or I just got really lucky. But I don't really understand when people say that they don't get any lone hosts. That seems weird to me. Like, if you can get any lone hosts, something is really wrong with your luck there. Maybe you broke a mirror or something. But yeah, here I see the host here, and he is kind of a pyromancer. Pyromancy and rapier. Pretty interesting build. And oh my god, that damage! Jesus Christ! And here you can see that I'm a little bit cautious about his pyros, because I can see the potential damage that they can do. Black Serpent. Something to note about that spell. It hits a lot of randoms. So my pointer for the Black Serpent would be to wait for it to come to you and roll sideways through it. Because that way Jesus Christ, the Black Serpent doesn't actually hit you. It cannot curve that much around, so if you gonna sideways roll through it, it cannot track long enough time to reach you again, usually. I very rarely get hit by it, but I have seen that when I use it on my pyro build, people have real difficulties of dodging this thing. So... Look at the damage, by the way. Holy shit, it's low. Here I use my first Estus. Or second Estus, I think. Yeah, second Estus. He switched to the shield, so I'm kinda thinking if he's going to try to parry me. So I kinda feel the water in there. With jump attacks and stuff. I could have failed my goddamn recovery parries on this fight. Fucks me, because you can parry that from the 2-hit stun, the S-stock. It's not an exception to other weapons. You can do that. You can do that for sure, but I just kind of fucked it up. Here I got too greedy. I got way too greedy. I should have used that opportunity to heal and not punish him. But he was so low on health that I would wanted to finish him off. But he gets the chance to hit the pyro. And here is the last invasion of this session. And as you can see, something is a little bit wrong here. Something is a little bit wrong. Can you point it out? We're on a freaking Irithil dungeon. And I invaded from Anor Londo. I invaded from Anor Londo and I ended up on Irithil dungeon. What the fuck is going on with that area when it comes to invasions? So many odd things happen. But yeah, I was like, oh, well, might as well make this the last one. So I go for my look on the host. I see a suspicious barrel in there. So I had to smash it. But it was not the host. It was just a regular barrel. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why the hell I got spawned into the Irithil dungeon when I invaded on Anor Londo, but hey, I think it's cool, I guess. But something to point out in here. This is the 4th single host of this session. 4th one. 4th or 5th? I don't know, but there has been so many lone hosts. So maybe I'm just super lucky. Maybe that could be the thing, but yeah. I'm pretty surprised that people said that they don't find any lone hosts at all, so it's really not that like rare to me. But yeah, here I got instantly brought back by this look a little bit. It looks like Peeverson, if you're familiar with the long-time Souls streamer / uploader. He used to use this kind of armor setup and katana. And shield as well, I think. So I think this is a homage to Peev, in a way. It cannot be a coincidence. Here I do stupid things and get backstabbed. Because I'm an idiot. I noticed that he's blocking a lot, so I wanted to make him guard break, because I can get really juicy damage out of that. And God bless the shield block recovery. I get the time to roll away after even hitting with a goddamn composite bow. And you see me kicking here. I really want to take his stamina down if he tries to block me. Here I bet he was so close to getting card broken. No roll attacks at all. I was just kind of waiting if he would do a couple of those, but no. Here he gets card broken. And I get the chance to load him from the wake up. And here another card break, but I didn't get the large club out fast enough, god damn it, but he gets stuck to the wall and I get to finish him off. And that was the last one of this session. Thank you so much everyone for watching and take care.